Welcome back. It is week 3 of Mega Rising, and we're going to be looking at some of the changes in the meta from the past week and weekend. Hey, I'm Andy. I make videos about the competitive scene in Pokemon TCG Pocket. If you enjoyed the video, maybe give it a like and maybe give the channel a sub. Let's get into it. So just quickly looking at the distribution of decks overall for Mega Rising this week. I guess the biggest changes, we saw it a little bit last week. BLAZIKEN BLAZIKEN Entei is not a terrible deck, but it's probably more on like the lower end of A tier to B tier. What we saw last week was a few people were experimenting with HEATMOR, that increased, and now like HEATMOR BLAZIKEN is everywhere. And it's really good, like it's a solid A tier deck at the moment. We are living in a bench sniping meta right now. Because you've got Greninja for one, Gilachi, even Elekid. Everybody likes sniping the bench. So one effect that does is it means Gyarados just can't really exist because most things are bench sniping for 30 damage, so Magikarp just go away. The other thing is, I mean, the main reason for this also is we have Megas, and sometimes all you need to do is just put damage on the Mega, and if they don't heal it, you can bring it in and start the damage race. And that is one of the weaknesses of Megas, is if they don't have serious healing, like they lose the trading if they don't start it. So this is your HEATMOR Mega BLAZIKEN deck. It's not a million miles away from ye old like Celestial Guardians era, like, you know, real ones will remember Gallade Hitmonlee. So you've got your HEATMOR, which is your Hitmonlee, which is kicking the bench for 30, and you got your Gallade, but your Gallade that actually does real damage. Like Gallade could exist in this meta if it wasn't for the fact that it just doesn't do enough damage, especially with everyone running around with like 2 energy attacks. Mega BLAZIKEN doesn't have that damage problem because it just swings for 140. So in this deck we have 1 Combusken because you don't want to play that game with Chinglings and risk getting locked out because you're only running rare candies. BLAZIKEN, HEATMOR, double. I like the double Cyrus because what that means is you can ping them, Cyrus them in, do damage. If they try to run again, you go for the Cyrus again. Also with Absol being everywhere, like if it like swipes away your first Cyrus, maybe you can pull into your second. And just having 2 in the deck makes it more reliable that you'll see them. Copycat, because Copycat is one of the best cards from Mega Rising. Double Rare Candy, red card because you need some kind of hand manipulation just to stop other people getting into their evolutions. The Flame Patch, what it lets you do is it lets you have the HEATMOR inactive with energy on it. You get to retreat, lose the energy into the discard pile. You bring Mega BLAZIKEN in, you put energy from the bench, you put energy onto it, and then you Flame Patch with the second energy. Really efficient. This one is running Rocky Helmet and Cape. I've seen a mix, like some, I can understand both choices. Like Rocky Helmet is real good because it just means Oricorio is less of a problem. Also, if you get it out early, it means Chinglings have to, because Chinglings are quite common and they have to attack the active slot. Like, it basically means your Chingling is basically knocking itself out in 2 hits. Cape, I can see the place for Cape because things like Magnezone 2-shot a BLAZIKEN otherwise. So the Cape does solve that matchup a little bit. So one of the things we saw from last week was Decidueye decks were creeping up, and they did. I think maybe BLAZIKENs pushed them away a little bit just because of the like fire damage and bench sniping. They don't really like that very much. But this is the standard Decidueye deck that's doing the rounds. Actually, it's a little bit different. Sometimes some people play 1 Dartrix. This one they've gone double, so they've got Rare Candy and the double Dartrix. So they are pretty. I'm surprised they're not running something like a May, but I guess they're just pressed for cards. We've got 1 Erica double Lily. The Erica is good because it lets you heal the lower evolutions if you have to. I'm not going to go through every tournament because there was a lot of tournaments this week that were over 100 players. What I'm going to do is I'm going through and just cherry pick some of the top sort of decks, anything a little bit different. The 12th place from the Umbreon Moonlight Masquerade, we've got this Hitmonchan Rampardos deck. So Rampardos is just a beast in the same way that Hydreigon is. If you can get out early enough, it can just rinse games. Hitmonchan is just a decent, you can guarantee you're going to go into the Hitmonchan. It does 50 damage, which is nice because it picks up a lot of the basics, babies and stuff in the game right now. And if you're lucky, even like a Swablu. So healing is good. You've got Sabrina. Sabrina can be really good in this mashup. The main issue you've got is always because there's not a really reliable way. I mean, Copycat helps now, but there's not a really reliable way to get into the fossils. So as long as you don't brick on fossils, you'll probably be okay. So one thing, so you've got 16th place, you've got the Victory Bell Chingling. And I think they turned up in another matchup. Yeah, so we've got Narnia's Training Grounds. They finished 5th with a victory belt list. For what seems like quite a bit of a meme deck, I've quite often this week seen like one in every top cut, or pretty much. So you've got Victory Bell just to bring in stuff and hit for 60. Chingling gives you item lock. I tried running this deck. I didn't have a lot of luck, but other people seem to be doing okay with it. It's like all 1-pointers. You've got healing just for keeping the Victory Bell alive, because at 140 health, I don't know how that lives. You are going to struggle. Yeah, I don't get, like, because Blaziken exists. So you bring the Blaziken in, you do 60 damage, like, who cares? I guess the main thing you have is you have the Celebi to de-evolve stuff, which is quite handy. Don't understand. I get the idea of the deck. I don't understand why it's doing so well, but it's a bit more than just a meme deck. Again, we have the Storm's Morning Mega Standard, where we have in 6th place, we got the Victory Bell Chingling again, and somehow a Mega Pinsir deck. So what are they running there? Okay, new EV, and then Leafeon. That's pretty good actually, because the energy ramp is pretty insane if you get that out first turn. Celebi again can cause a lot of problems for evolution decks. Then Sabrina Cyrus Double Will, of course. So one deck I did want to just quickly highlight is from, I think, a tournament finished last night or this morning. They went like 10-1, and this is Double Chingling, Double Greninja, Mega Absol, Darkrai. So one of the common builds we've seen is like Oricorio Pichu, or like Chingling Tyrogue. I mean, Greninja is just a great pick just because of the damage it does. And this deck placing high could be a sign that maybe we'll see more of these in the future. Okay, that's a quick summary of like where the meta's at into week 3. It's still, I kind of feel like, as far as the top decks are concerned, it's anyone's game. Like, you've got a few different variations of Absol, a few different variations of Mega Altaria. Suicune's strong, you've got 2 variations of Blaziken. And everything can sort of compete. Like, we're not in a situation we have been in previous metas where there's like one consistent deck. Even as strong as Suicune is still, it's not absolutely dominant. What do you think about the meta right now? Are you enjoying it? Do you hate it? If so, why? Let me know in the comments down below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, maybe give it a like, maybe give the channel a sub, and I will see you later.